guys. To Sarah. Hello. Welcome to Sofa Sessions. Oh my gosh, there's so many people. Hello. Just waiting for Sarah. It says connecting. Oh, there's so many people. Hello. Hi guys. Just waiting for Sarah to join. Welcome to Sofa Sessions, the first one. Very excited. Not sure what's going on with the connection. Hello. Oh, so weird. Gonna try that again. Sorry guys, hang on. Here we are. Oh my gosh. I literally thought we wouldn't be able to do it then.
Literally, Sofa Sessions over.
The heart went up. How are you? Lovely
Hi,
to see you.
yeah, no, I'm good.
It's so nice. We've been chatting for a while, haven't we?
Yeah, literally.
Your cookies, and they were incredible. And then I thought, your story's so amazing.
Thanks.
How has your lockdown been? Lockdown 2.0?
Yeah, do you know what? This time, a little bit different actually, because I'm back at work now. So I'm still in police stations. I'm out at court and stuff now. So this time has been a lot different to the first time round.
Yeah.
I've been out and about so much more this time, but last time literally didn't leave the house.
Yeah, it's a weird one. For me, I think the weather's the massive difference for this lockdown. I feel like it's a bit more depressing, isn't it? Like you can't get outside for walks all the time and you can meet people outside more frequently.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, we've got through it. It's fine. And obviously we've got your amazing cookies as well.
Yeah, I think they've been helping people through, to be honest.
Yeah. Have you got something strong, or have you got a coffee?
Yeah, rum punch, babes.
Oh my god, no!
What? It's Sunday.
I've got coffee. I know, you need to start early on a Sunday, don't you?
Absolutely.
Okay, should we get started then? Because I know
Let's do it.
Absolutely fly. So I invited you onto Sofa Sessions obviously because of your career is so incredible. So when you reached out to me, I only thought that you had this business, and then you said you were a criminal defence lawyer, which is incredible. Yeah. Just talk us through that and what it means to kind of the lay person, because being a PR person, I literally
not your area.
Yeah, that is not my thing. So tell us.
So I've been in criminal defence for 10 years now. Nice. So I went to uni, I did my law degree, law and criminology. I moved to Surrey, went to law school.
Yeah.
Which is like the course that you have to do to become a solicitor.
Yes.
And then I applied for jobs in London, moved to London in 2011. Mm-hmm. Not really with the intention of staying, but it's just sort of happened. And then I've just been doing criminal defence ever since. So day to day, it will be like if someone gets arrested, I'll go to the police station to represent them, or go to court to represent them. It varies really from like petty theft to murder. So
oh my god. No, got murders. That sounds really interesting though.
It is interesting, but also, it's people's lives. Like my day is spent like protecting people's liberty, protecting people in the police station, making sure they're treated fairly.
Yeah. Overwhelming then, like, because it's such a serious job. Do you sometimes get that in the day that you're like, oh my gosh, this is someone's life?
Yeah, like obviously the pressure is crazy. But you know that you're doing something valuable. And I think what I found more recently is I've had a lot of clients that I've represented for years, like the same clients coming back, and sometimes things get much more serious over time.
Yeah.
And it's almost like by the time we get there, like more often than not, the crime's already happened. And even if it wasn't them, someone else has committed something. And when I started my baking business, I was thinking, if I can build an empire where I can offer opportunities to people who wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity to have, you know, mainstream jobs. That's what I want to do. So I was thinking, if I can build something where I can have people who maybe I've previously represented, or people who have struggled to get jobs because of their previous convictions and other things, that I'd be willing to offer them positions. So when you get to know them and you speak to these people and you understand their history and you understand why they're in the position they're in, that's, you know, they're judged so quickly by society, like based on like media headlines and everything else. But when you talk to them and you understand their story, it makes so much more sense. So yeah, so that's kind of like the overall goal, to be able to offer some people some opportunities in the long run that they wouldn't otherwise have.
I didn't know that about your business. That's really cool. Isn't it? Is that right?
Literally me, yeah.
Oh, gosh, you don't give yourself an easy life, do you? So where did the idea of the Cookie Mail come from, and what did you kind of want to achieve from it initially?
So I've always baked, like I've always baked for friends. I've done like wedding cakes for gifts. I've done, you know, like just the odd cake here and there. People will contact me asking them to do stuff. But I think when lockdown happened, I was placed on furlough because a lot of the courts shut down. There was people waiting for their trials, but because the courts were shut, there was nothing that anyone could do. Wow. So I was placed on furlough, and literally about 2 weeks in, I was like, I cannot sit here and do nothing. Like, I'm actually going to go crazy if I'm just in my house watching Netflix and sitting on the spin bike baking banana bread. Like, I literally couldn't do it. Yeah. So, after a couple of weeks, I thought I need to do something. And my friends and family would say, oh, send me something you've baked, like post it to me. And I thought, actually, it's not a bad idea. Like, if I can make something so it can go through people's letterboxes, something that's contactless, it would just make it so much better. And I had, you know, I've eaten like Millie's cookies and Ben's cookies and stuff. And I had to look on Millie's Cookies website, and I saw that they had like a backup of like 2-3 weeks at a time before you could order. And I just thought, if I could make something more accessible, because literally now, if you order, they're always dispatched the next working day, unless you ask, obviously, for delayed dispatch. So if I could make something available to people that's contactless, so they don't have to come to the door, they don't have to speak to anyone, that's also like can be personalized and everything else, then why not do it? So I had like a little brainstorm with some of my friends about like name ideas, and thought I need a business name that kind of tells everyone what my business does, just so I don't have to explain it too much. So that's how it sort of happened. And then it was literally born out of lockdown. So I thought of the idea, and then I went through all of the stages, which obviously I'll talk about in a bit when you ask me about my business. And so I went through jumped through all the hoops, did all the hygiene and everything else, and then launched the business within the space of a week of thinking about it. And then it just took off like more than I ever could have imagined.
A little lockdown idea, and now it's come to this, like, you've got a couple of thousand followers on Instagram.
Like, it's mad.
And you know what, with your cookies as well, I feel like they taste amazing. Like, I gave them to my boyfriend, and my family were like, what is this?
It's addictive. I think that for me, like, I've worked on recipes for ages anyway. Like, I've always been one of those people that like trial and error. So once I got my recipe, and I ate it, and I was like, do you know what, I'm happy with it. And then I sent it to some friends, and they thought that they were good. And I just thought, well, do you know what, it's about time that everyone else tried them, to be honest. So
oh my god, and they're so different as well. So what did your friends in like your industry think about what you were doing? Were they like, what, why are you doing this? Or were they really supportive and just thought, go for it?
No, everyone's been like super supportive. I've been really fortunate, because I think I've moved around a lot, and I've kept a lot of friends from like my different circles. So I've still got my friends from home, I've got my friends from uni, I've got my friends from all the like the courts and from the firms I've worked for, and I've maintained them. And a lot of my friends are like super successful, but just in loads of different industries. So it's been really nice to sort of get everyone's perspective on it, and everyone's been super supportive, like sending them to all their friends. And then they try them, and then they're like, oh my god, amazing, and then they send them to all their friends. And I think I haven't done any marketing. Like, this is literally solely been from support from my network. And